Hello everyone. In the previous session, I have explained one example for single precision and double precision floating point representation where I have chosen a positive number 52.234375 and I have converted the same into single precision and double precision point. Right? Now in this session, let me take the same example but with the negative sign. So I have sent the notes of this problem only where I have clearly mentioned all the steps. But anyhow, let me explain. In the previous session it was positive number. Now you have a negative number. We have to convert. You just copy the problem same. That is we have to convert it into single precision and double precision point. Now as per the procedure, go through the steps. Step 1, we have to convert the given number into binary, right? Given number is in decimal form, we have to convert it into binary. So let me convert the given number into binary. What you're going to get is, along with the negative sign, 234375. You have to write the steps for all the problems. Please go to the notes that I have sent so that you'll come to know how to write the steps. So it is in decimal. Decimal, we have to convert it in terms of binary. First, let me convert binary number, integer part. So when you're going to divide, you will get 26 times, again 0, 2 1s are 2 3s are, again you left with 0, 2 6 are 12. So you're going to get 1, 2 3s are 6, 0, 2 1s are 2, again you're going to get 2 minus 1, 1. Clear? Now I have to write in this order, right? So 52 will become 1101000 in terms of binary. So similarly, fractional point 234375, which is in decimal. It is decimal. We have to convert it in terms of binary by multiplying it with 2, right? I have clearly explained in first problem. So multiply it with 2. What you're going to get, use the calculator, you will get 0.46875. Now in the decimal place you have 0. Similarly, now multiply 0.46875 with 2. So when you multiply, you will get 0.9375. So again in the decimal point you have 0. Now 0.9375 multiplied with 2 will give us 1.875. But in the decimal place we have 1. So let me write it as 1. Fine. Now for multiplication, I have already told you have to take 0.875. But you should not take 1. Multiply it with 2. You will get 1.75. Now you have to truncate this value. You have to write this value. While multiplication, you have to take 0.5 into 2. So when you do that, you will get 1.5. Remainder place is 1. So again, when you multiply 0.5 into 2, you will get, so when you multiply this, you will get 1. Since you don't have any decimal point further, so you are going to stop here itself and rewrite the number here. Now we have to write in this order, right? Therefore, the required decimal binary number which we have, the given number is in decimal format. The converted binary number will be, I'll write once again, 1101000. Point this number in this direction, 111100, which is in binary. I have already done this in the previous problem, so the procedure is same. You have to follow. First step is we have converted a given number which is in decimal format to a binary number. Clear? I'm sorry, I have made a mistake here. See here, integer part we have to write in this direction, whereas decimal point I have to write in this direction, right? So the number becomes 00 followed by 4 ones. Here most of you will make mistake. Remember, while writing an integer part, you have to write in this direction, whereas writing a decimal point, you have to write in this direction. From top to bottom you have to write here, from bottom to top you have to write. So that is what I have done. So given a number, I have converted it in terms of binary form. Next, step 2. So I have to write normalization form, right? So normalization form will be, you have to write, I am telling you again and again, please write step for all the problems, then only you will understand. In the exam also you have to write all the steps. Fine. For normalizing form, first you write down the numbers in a decimal format. Given number in decimal format will be 11. So whatever you have obtained in the previous case, that is 110100.0041 ones you have to write. Again it is in binary format. Clear? Now as per the normalization format, you have to shift the decimal point to last most digit, that is 1 2 3 4 5. So 2 power of 5 times I have shifted. Why? Because it is in binary format. Now you leaving first number, you have to write the shifted digit, in the sense you should not write this digit, you have to write 10100, combine this with 0041s into 2 power of 5 you have obtained. Now this I have already told you, this digit is significant to sign. If it is positive, if you want, you can note in somewhere else. If it is positive, you have to take it as 0. If it is negative, you have to take it as 1. Since in a given problem we have a negative sign, so you have to take the point as 1. I'm repeating normalizing form once again. If you have positive sign in the given problem, you have to make this digit as 0. Since you have negative sign in the given problem, so you have to make this digit as 1. Clear? So we have converted a given number into its normalizing form, and where you already know this bit will be with reference to sign, and this will be mantissa, and this will be base, and this will be exponent. Now third step 3 will be single point form. So single precision point formula you have to write, that is exponential you are going to convert, right? So single precision point formula is given by minus 1 power of s into 1 point f into 2 power of c minus 127. Fine. Now you have to equate, let me call this as equation 1, equation 2, equate the powers of 2, you will get 1 c minus 127 is equal to 5. So after simplification, c will become 132. Clear? Now which is in decimal format, you have to convert it into equivalent binary number. So let me convert 132 in terms of binary, divide it with 2, you will get 66, again dividing it with 2, 0, again dividing, again 0, again dividing, you will get 1, again dividing, you will get 0, 2 4s are 8, you will get 0, 2 2s are 4, you will get 0, 2 1s are 2, you will get 0. So you have to write from what is the integer, while writing the integer part, you have to remember that you have to write in this direction, that is from bottom to top you have to write. So the required number will be 1 followed by 4 zeros, 100. Clear? And make sure that since we are using a single precision format, so the digit will be, exponential digit should consist of 8 bits. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 bits we have. So it is in binary. Exponential number we have already done. Clear? Now we have to do the step 4. So for the step 4, let me do here. Step 4 is single precision form I have to write. So single precision format I am going to write. So before writing that, let me revise the concept. So in a single precision format, first bit is with reference to sign, followed by 8 bit will be exponent. First bit is sign, 8 bit is for exponent, and remaining 20, total is 32 bits. Fine. So remaining will be 23 bits. Fine. So first bit is for sign reference, you have 1 here, so you have to write that here. Now exponential 8 bit digit you have to write here, 1 followed by 4 zeros, 100. Next 23 bits for mantissa. So first write down the mantissa value 101 followed by 4 zeros and followed by 4 ones. Fine. Now you count the number of digit in mantissa. It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 digits you have. So among 23 you have only 11 bits. In the sense remaining will be 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 minus 1, so 12 bits will be there. So for remaining 12 bits you have to fill 0, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Clear? If you are going to count the number of bits inside this box, you should get 23. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23. Now totally there will be 32 bits. Now at the last step you have to combine all this, in the sense you have to write all these numbers together. So let me do that. 1 followed by 4 zeros, again 1 followed by 2 zeros, 101 followed by 4 zeros, again 4 ones followed by 12 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. At the last step you have to convert it in terms of equivalent hexadecimal, binary to hexadecimal. For that you have to group the number of 4 digits from this side. So this 4 digit, one group, 1 2 3 4, this 4 1 2 3 4, this 4 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, again 1 2 3 4, again 1 2 3 4, Again these four numbers. Now I have already told you the hexadecimal number in the previous class itself. Please go through that list. So as per that hexadecimal number, this can be 1100 is equivalent to C. Fine. And again 00, this total number will be equivalent to C. I have written. Again these four digits will be equivalent to 2. 0010. If you want, you can cross check. Again 0101. 0101 will be equivalent to 5. Again 4 zeros will be equivalent to 0. Again 4 ones will be equivalent to F. Again 1, 2, 3 bits will be 0. Fine. This is the corresponding hexadecimal number. So I'll just revise once again. First step is as usual, convert the given decimal number in terms of its binary. Next step, normalization form. Remember, while normalizing, you have to shift the digit for last mode place where the first digit will represent sign. Since in the given problem it is negative, if you have negative, you have to retain it as 1. If it is positive, you can make this 1 as 0. Since it is positive, I am going to retain 1 as it is. Fine. Now single precision format formula we have. Now equate to equation 1 and 2 and equate the powers of 2, you will get C minus 127 is equal to 5. Calculate the value of C which is in decimal, convert it in terms of binary as we done in the first step. So you have obtained this. Now single precision format says that first bit will be corresponding to sign, next 8 bit will be corresponding to exponent, next 23 bits will be corresponding to mantissa. So first bit is sign, so it is 1, written as it is. Next is exponential, you have obtained in step 3, you just write it as it is. Next last bits will be for mantissa. Since you have only 11 bits in the mantissa, first you write down all those 11 bits. So remaining 12 bits will be empty, so you fill it with zeros for all 12 bits. Next, in the last step, you combine all these numbers together and make a group of 4 numbers, right, starting with the right side and ending with left side, so that convert equivalent hexadecimal. That will give you single precision floating point representation. Fine. Why I am doing the same problem is you have to know the sign convention here. So suppose in the previous session I have done the same problem with plus, where you have obtained 0 here. So you can note that where you have obtained 0. So I have done both for giving the example. Now for the double precision also it is the same thing. So only changes will be here in this place you will get 0. So homework for you, double precision point of this problem you have to do yourself. Please go through the video, then only you will understand the homework problem. So this is single precision only I have done. Double precision point, do yourself. Fine, this is homework for you. Now let me do the second problem. Suppose if I have a problem 492.788125. Now let me express this problem in terms of both single precision and double precision point. Fine. So as I already told you in the previous problem, before going to solve the problem, first you have to look at the sign convention. So for a given problem, you have a positive sign. So when you have positive sign, the value will be, the decimal value in the normalization form will change. So apart from that, everything is same. I'll do that. Step 1, first we have to convert the given decimal in terms of its binary equivalent. So first let me write down the given number which is in decimal. Now we have to convert it in terms of its equivalent binary number. First let me consider integer 492. Divide it with 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 6 are 12. So left with 0. Again divide with 2. You will get 123, remainder 0. Again divide it with 2. You will get 61, remainder is 1. So divide with 2, you will get 30, remainder is 1. Again divide 2 15s, again remainder is 0. Again 2 7s are 14, remainder is 1. Again 2 3s are 6, remainder is 1. Again 2 1s are 2, remainder will be 1. Fine. Now we have to write in this direction. So the number 492, only 492 I have converted. It is 111, 4 ones, 10 1100, which is in binary. Now let me consider decimal part 4788125, which is in decimal number. We have to convert it into a binary form. Clear? Now let me do that. So 788,125, which is in decimal. So as I already told you, we can convert the given decimal number into binary by multiplying it with 2. So let me multiply it with 2. So we get, when you're going to multiply it with 2, let me use calculator, 788,125 into 2. So that will give us 1.57625. So as I already clearly told you that when you have a decimal point, so you have to write this digit as a reminder, right? So write 1 here. Clear? Now leaving this reminder, leaving this value, you have to take the value as 0.57625. Even though you have 1 point here, you have to take 0.57625. Now again multiply it with 2. 0.57625 multiplied by 2. That will give us 1.1525. Again you have 1 as a reminder. Now let me multiply 0.1525 into 2. You have to leave this 1 and you have to consider that as 0.1525. Multiply 0.1525 into 2. That will give us 0.305. Clear? Now the remainder in this case is 0. Next is, let me consider 0.305, right? So let me write 0.305, multiply it with 2. 0.305 multiplied with 2, you will get 0.61. Now the remainder place is 0. Again take 0.61, multiply it with 2. 0.61 multiply it with 2, you will get 1.22. So the remainder is 1. Again multiply 1.22 with 2, you will get 2.44. Multiply it 1.22 into 2 will give us 2.44. Now though you have 2.44 here, you have to consider that as, here you have 1.22, right? So while writing you have to write 0.22. 0.22 into 2 will be 0.44. Here the remainder is 0. Remember, when you are going to take any value, whatever you have obtained here, you will get a wrong answer. That here in this place you should get either 1 or 0. Apart from this values you are not going to get anything. Now let me write 0.44 here, multiply it with 2. 0.44 multiplied with 2, you will get 0.88. Remainder is 0. Again multiply it with 2. 0.88 multiplied with 2, you will get 1.76. Remainder is 1. Again multiply 0.76 with 2. 0.76 with 2 will give us 1.52. So again remainder is 1. Again when you are going to multiply 1.52 into 2, what you are going to get? 1.04. 0.52 into 2 will give us 1.04, though, so the remainder is 1. Fine. Again multiply 0.4 into 2. 0.4 into 2 will give us 0.8. Here the remainder is 0. Since 0.8, when you're going to, I've written wrong. 0.4 into 2, it is 0.04, right? 0.04 I have to take. 0.04 into 2, that will give us 0.08. It is 0.08. It is point. Why? Because I have taken 0.04 here. 0.04 into 2 will be 0.08. So here the remainder is 0. So what we have obtained here is 0.08. Right? Again if you are going to take 0.8 into 2, 0.8 into 2, you will get 1.6. In the sense it is approximately 1. You are going to take again 0.6, so that this process goes on repeating. So I am going to stop here itself. How many digits we have obtained? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And further, if you are going to take a few more digits, the values will be repeating, right? If you keep on doing this, the numbers will be repetition of ones and zeros. So I am going to stop here itself. If you want, you can do few more steps also. So the required number 492.788125 in terms of decimal converted to binary, you have to write in this direction. So let me write 11 00 100 111 01. So it will be continuing. So it is binary format. Right? For decimal, only for decimal number it is 0.788125 in decimal. Now let me write total value 492.788125 in terms of decimal is going to convert it to binary form. I have written here 4 ones 0 1100 point 1100 100 111 02. So if you continue further, you will get a sequence of ones and zeros. So it will be of infinite terms. So I'll stop here itself. So in the first step, what we have done is we have converted the given number in terms of decimal to a number which is in terms of binary. We have done. Now step 2, as I already told you, it is normalization form, right? So hope so you remember the normalization form. So you are going to express it in terms of decimals, right? I mean exponential. In terms of 10 power you are going to express. So now let me do that. What we have here is we have to in normalizing form we have to shift this number to rightmost corner. So before that, let me see here. When you have positive, you have to make it as 0. When you have negative, you have to make it as 1. Fine. So in the given problem you have positive sign. Fine. Anyhow, I'll keep that as it is. Now let me shift the point. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I have moved by 2 power of 8 digits. Now I'm not going to write any, I'm not going to change this digit. I'm just writing what we say, leaving this digit. I'm just going to write all these digits. 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0. Combine this 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 into 2 power of 8 we have obtained. Now point I have shifted here. See here what I have done is I have moved this digit by 2 power of 8 numbers. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 digits I have moved. So I have written all these numbers as it is. See here 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 followed by these numbers. Now this value, I mean sign representation value, I have to write. Since it is in the given problem it is positive sign, so when you have positive you have to put 0 here. Clear? As I told you a number of times, when you have positive sign you have to put 0 here. When you have negative sign you have to write 1 there. Clear? So this is what I have obtained. This represents sign convention and this represents Montesa. This is base and this is exponential. So as I said in the previous problem also. Now go through the step 3. So what the step 3 says, let me write the single point precision form. So what is the formula for that? Minus 1 power of s into 1 point f into 2 power of c minus 127. Now compare this with above equation. Let me take this as 1, 2. Comparing the powers, you will get c minus 127 is equal to 8. So that c is equal to 135. Fine. Now it is in what we say decimal form. We have to convert it in terms of binary by dividing it with 2. So when you're going to do that, I'll get 33, it is 1, again divided by 2 6 times, again divided by 2 8 times, I'm sorry 3 times, right? I'm sorry, 2 ones are 2, 2 16s, so it is 1, 2 8s are 16, again 2 4s are 8, so it is 0, 2 4s are 8, it is 0, 2 2s are 4, again 0, again 2 1s are 2, it is 0. Now I have to write in this order, right? I'm sorry, yeah, in this order. So 135 will become 1 followed by 4 zeros, 1 1 1 base 2. Now in the single precision point, I have already told you in step 3 you should get 8 digit number. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 digit number I have obtained. Fine. Now last step, step 4. So single precision representation I am going to write. So as already explained in the previous session clearly, you please go through that video if you are finding difficulty with this. So single precision format, total 32 bits, right? So first bit is for sign, remaining 8 bits is for exponent and remaining bits for Montesa. Now go to the sign bit, it is 0. So let me write 0 here. Next followed by exponential bit, 8 digit bit, it is here. So 4 zeros, 3 ones. Next Montesa, whatever the value you have, you just write down 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0. Further, if you simplified, you can write those digits. If you're not simplified, you can put zeros to all those places. If you simplified, no matter, you can write those numbers also. So let me count the 8 bits, 1 bit. Remaining here, how many bits you should have? Total is 32 bits, right? So you should have 23 bits here. Fine. Now let me count the number of digits here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23. So remaining 4 places I have kept 0 there. So if you are simplified only for up to here, remaining places you can fill 0. It's up to you. So it depends on the number of values that you are going to choose in the given problem. Fine. So I have, let me write in the next step, let me write those values together. 0, 1 followed by 4 zeros, again 111, again 111, total 6, right? Yeah, 111, again 0, again 11, again 00, 11, 00, 100, 111s, and followed by how many zeros we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just count the number of bits here. You should have 23 bits, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So followed by 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? Now this is in a binary representation. Now we have to convert it in terms of hexadecimal. Group the numbers 4 digits. So 4 digit, again these 4, again these 4 numbers, these 4 digits, again these 4. So 1 digit becoming shortage, right? So let me check once again these 4 groups, and again these 4 numbers, again these 4 numbers, these 4 numbers, these 4 numbers, these 4 numbers, these 4 numbers. So you have to count the digits. Somewhere you have missed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits. So 23 digits is not there. First you check 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So I'm sorry, here it is, right? So how many bits I have moved? I have to write 3 ones here, right? So 3 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So here also there should be same number of digits, right? So here I have missed 1 0. See here, after 1 you should have 4 zeros. So I have written only 3 zeros. So let me add 1 0 here. So while writing the digits also you have to take care, otherwise you are not going to get proper solution. See here, after 1 you have 4 zeros. So I have written earlier I have written only 3. So I have added 1 more 0 here. Now these 4 become one group. Now you have to convert this in terms of equivalent hexadecimal number. So I have already done the hexadecimal number system. Again here I have a list of hexadecimal number. If you want you can go through this. I have given a notes of the same. So anyhow let me refer back. So see here, what we have is first number is 0 1 0 0. 0 1 0 0 is for 4. So let me write it as 4. Next 0 0 1 1. 0 0 1 1 is for 3. Let me write 3. Next 4 ones. 4 ones is for F. Next 0 1 1 0. 0 1 1 0 is for 6. So 1 2 3 4 digits completed. Next 0 1 1 0. 0 1 1 0 again 6. Next 0 100. 0 100 is for 4. 0 100 is for 4. Next 1 0. 1 0 will be for E. Next all zeros is for 0. Now I have converted it in terms of hexadecimal number. Clear? The procedure is same. Anyhow I am going to revise it once again. Just a single precision floating point number. First step is as usual, convert a given number into its equivalent binary number. So as I already explained in detail in the previous video, so please go through that. In the next step I have written the normalization form. But remember, in normalization form, before shifting the decimal point, you have to look at the given problem whether the positive sign is given or not. If the positive sign is given, for the sign for the first digit you have to fill it with 0. If positive sign is not there, you have to fill it with 1. In the sense negative sign, for negative sign you have to fill it with 1. If it is negative, it is 1. If it is positive, it will be 0. Next step, single precision format, you write down and compare the exponential value, convert that value in terms of binary. Next fill in the standard format, and at last you can convert it in terms of equivalent hexadecimal number. So for this particular problem, this is the equivalent hexadecimal number in single precision format. Remember, it is for single precision format. Clear? Now let me represent the same number in terms of its double precision. So as I already told you, step 1 and step 2 is same for double precision as well. So I'm going to continue with that. So for I'm going to solve the same for double precision. Write down the step 1 and step 2 same procedure. Now I'm going to start with step 3. Step 3 for double precision is what we have. Let me write the standard format of double precision number. What is the standard format? It is minus 1 power of yes, I have given the formula list in the notes. You just go through the format so that you will understand very well. Formula for double precision is given by minus 1 power of s into 1.f base 2 into 2 power of c minus 1023. Now we'll take this as equation 2 and simplify by using the previous procedure. So compare powers of 2 in both the equations we have to compare. So by that I can write c minus 1023 is equal to 8. Now after shifting you will get 1023 plus 8. Fine. So C will be 1031. Now it is in decimal format. We have to convert it in terms of binary. So let me convert it in terms of binary. Divide with 2. You will get 515 base remainder 1. Again with 2, 257. You cannot use calculator for this. You have to divide by yourself. If you use calculator, you will not get the solution. Again divided by 2, 64. Remainder is 0. Again 2 3s are 2 3s are 2 2s are, again it is 0, again 2 1s are 2 6s are, so it is 0, again 2 8s are 16, again it is 0, again divide it with 2, you will get 4, remainder is 0, again 2 2s are 4, remainder is 0, again divide it with 2, you will get 1 here, so remainder is 0. So this is what the equivalent number is. Let me write 1 0 0. How many zeros? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros followed by 3 ones. You can note that as I said earlier, you should have 11 digits here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 digits. So it is correct. You have converted it in terms of binary. Now as per step 4, as per the procedure, step 4, double precision point in standard form. Double precision point I'm going to write. You have to write all the steps properly. So just to consume the time, I'm writing it in short form. Please go through the notes I have given and write all the steps. So for double precision point, as I already told you, it is of 64 bits. So first let me write it in standard format. Just your understanding purpose. As I told you, first digit is for sign, remaining 11 digit will be for exponent, and remaining will be for Montesa. So for the first digit it is sign, right? So look at the normalizing form. What is the first digit you have? 0. Write it here. Next in the step 2 you will obtain exponential value, that is 11 bit. I'll write here 1 bit, 11 bit, remaining will be 52 bits. So when you add this you will get 64 bits. Clear? So 0 here. Now you have to write this value here, 7 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros followed by 3 ones, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros followed by ones. Next for this place you have to fill with Montesa. So this value is called as Montesa. You just write down the Montesa value: 111 0 11 00 11 00 100 111 0. Now totally you should have 52 bits inside this box. But how many digits we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52. So remaining places you have to fill with 0. Totally you should have 52 digits inside this box. Fine. Now I will write all these together. Remember, ones and zeros matters. Why? Because if you change one digit, the value will be changed as we represent it in hexadecimal form. So let me combine all these three numbers together. I can write 0 1 followed by 7 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros, 3 ones, again 3 ones, 1 2 3, again 0 1 1 00 1 1 00 1 0 0 1 1 1. So how many digits we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. So totally among 52 you have only 18 digits. So remaining 34 zeros you have to put. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 zeros. Fine. Now you have to convert it in terms of hexadecimal by grouping 4 digits. Let me group the numbers. So 4 digit, 4 digit, 4 digit, 4 digit. I'll add one more 0 here. I'll make and I'll wrap this. So again 1, 2, 3, 4 digit, 4 digit, 4 digit. So I'll group all 4 digits together. Just your understanding purpose I am writing all those things, but you should not do all these things in your examination. Fine. You practice the problem so that you will understand very well. Now we have to convert it in terms of equivalent hexadecimal. So as I said, look at the hexadecimal system I have here. It is visible for you. Hope so. Fine. Now look at the number. What we have here is 0, 100. 0, 100 is for 4. Let me write it as 4. Next all zeros is for 0. Again 0, 111. Where we have 0, 111? Here. 0, 111 is for 7. Fine. 3 completed. Next 110. 110 is for E. Next 1100. 1100 is for C. Next again 1100 is for C. Again 1001. 1001 is for 9. Again 1100. 1100 is for C. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times zeros. Clear? I have converted the obtained binary number in terms of its equivalent X point representation. I'll just revise once again. The steps will be same as we done it for a single precision point. So first step is converting a given number into its equivalent binary digits. Binary numbers. In the second step we have to normalize the given number. Anyhow we did it in the previous case only. And then step 3, you write down the standard precision format of double precision and convert it to equivalent binary number. Next convert the given number into its hexadecimal as shown. But I have done a mistake here. See here 8 set of zeros I have, so I have to write 8 zeros. Again it is wrong, so I have to write 8 zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is hexadecimal. I'll rewrite this 407E double C 9C 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. It is in hexadecimal. Fine. The procedure is same. You just try the previous problem, and if you are having any doubt, I'll clarify it in next session.